here at South Shore Conservatory. I'm also the parent of 3 conservatory students and a student myself. One of my daughters plays trumpet in Tweed tonight. It is my honor and it's my excitement to welcome you to the final concert of Summer Music Festival tonight. Summer Music Festival has been an integral part of programming at the Conservatory since the 1970s. And in the past 40 years, we've grown enormously. We cover 2 campuses. We have over 4,000 students. We have over 110 teaching faculty members. And for all of those parents who have seniors and juniors in high school who want to be professional musicians, it's very comforting to know that there's a place that employs 110 musicians all under one roof. We also do a lot of outreach programs from Boston to Brockton to Bourne. And the thing that covers the cost of all of this, we are a nonprofit organization, and 30% of the cost of our programming comes from the charitable donations of people like you who see the magic and the power of music in their everyday lives. It's my pleasure now to introduce Mr. Eric LaPrade. Mr. LaPrade is the outgoing director of music at the Randolph Public Schools. He's leaving that post this fall to go pursue a master's in directing at the University of Michigan. And we're so excited for him for this new adventure, and we look forward to seeing him next summer from Summer Music Festival 2014. So, Mr. LaPrade.
On behalf of the Conservatory, thank you so much for being here in this slightly unbearable heat. But we're again thankful for all the parents, family members, and friends who have joined us. Tonight is the culmination of a pretty incredible 2 weeks, 36 hours that felt like yesterday with Monday morning last week. And to think what these students have accomplished, the music that they have taken a look at for the first time ever only 2 weeks ago, and how far they've come is really amazing. We're proud of them, and we've gone from not knowing each other to being a family. So tonight is going to be an incredible concert. We're glad you're here. We have a special surprise performance to open the evening. I'm going to introduce our double reed specialist as well as chamber music coordinator, Miss Janet Underhill.
Thank you to you all for supporting your students and bringing them here and coming to the final concert. One of the integral parts of this ensemble is we break apart into small chamber groups every day. We had our chamber concert yesterday, and all of these students had wonderful performances. So we thought we would just give a small sampling of what happened yesterday for those of you who couldn't be here. And a chamber group is a group without a conductor where everybody has their own individual part. One of the good things about this kind of ensemble is it helps people learn to be responsible for their own part, and then they can go into the ensemble and be an even better leader. So my group is going to start with Short Movement by Mozart.
South Shore Conservatory at Low Grass, I should say. And I've had the pleasure of playing with these gentlemen this week. We will be performing a Handel aria titled Lascio Tio Pianta. You can correct me later.
Our next group this evening is our Summer Wind Ensemble, which is an ensemble composed of high school and middle school students. And their director is Mr. Michael Keogh, who is the director of bands at King Philip Middle School in Norfolk, Massachusetts. Please help me welcome them to the stage.
you very much for being here tonight. I'll keep my remarks brief. But every year, one of the things that we're tasked with is recognizing within our ensemble people we feel like have been leaders, whether it's through their musicianship, whether it's through their addition to our musical community here at Shore Conservatory. And it's probably one of the hardest decisions we have to make over the course of the 2 weeks to recognize 2 students within this ensemble, because everybody on the stage is a musical leader in some way, shape, or form. But there are 2 students as a faculty we felt this year that we'd like to recognize. The first is in our flute section, Emily Conlon. And the second student we'd like to recognize tonight is our tenor saxophone player, Todd Jennings. Thank you for sending your students here. They're a privilege to work with. This is a program that I became associated with towards the end of my high school career and was extremely formative in who I am as a player and who I am as a teacher. And the people that I've met here have become lifelong friends. So thank you for sending your students here. Like I said, they're a privilege to work with, and we hope that they'll continue coming back for years to come in the future. And maybe they'll have the opportunity someday to be up here and pay it forward to the next generation of young musicians. So thank you for sending them. If you get the opportunity, I have a soapbox and nobody's coming to get me yet. But if you have the opportunity, write a letter to your child's elementary school band director. Those people are saints. That they teach people to do this at some level is awesome. As a middle school band director, I know I appreciate that. But write an email, make a phone call, send a letter to your child's elementary school band director, the one who taught them that the right hand goes on top of the left and not the other way around, that they can do things like this, because they deserve your gratitude. Thank you very much for being here tonight, and we hope you enjoy our last selection.
We're going to take a short little breather before the next tune tonight. So every year, we give out scholarships for students who demonstrate incredible musicianship, leadership, character, dependability. The list of students was 15 long, and that was our short list. These students you hear are unbelievable. They work harder than any other students, and I'm incredibly proud of all of them, and they all deserve a scholarship. But the two students who will be receiving scholarships this year, the first is Alexander Alleling. Alex's first year, and he rose to the challenge, and also he came playing flute, and I put a piccolo folder in front of him and said, how about you play this? And he never flinched and has done an amazing job. The second student is a student who's second year here, who is one of the most dependable players in the ensemble. He doesn't miss anything, and he's a phenomenal person, phenomenal musician, Simon Eater. One more really special scholarship tonight. It's the Malcolm W. Rowell Jr. Music Education Scholarship 2013. This $1,000 scholarship honors the invaluable contributions of conductor music educator Malcolm W. Rowell Jr. during his 23-year tenure. We realized yesterday it was 27. 23-year tenure as music director of South Shore Conservatory's Summer Music Festival. It also recognizes his influence upon hundreds of music educators throughout New England. The successful applicant must be an outstanding participant of Summer Music Festival for at least 2 years and have completed their junior or senior year of high school. The applicant must demonstrate exemplary musicianship, leadership, a cooperative spirit, and high personal integrity at SMF, and plan to major in music education or performance at an accredited college, university, or conservatory. The student this year has been a student at Summer Music Festival for 7 years. He's also participated in SEMSPA festivals for 5 years and has been a member of the Southeastern District Music Festival 3 times. Beyond his music making, he is a member of the National Honor Society as well as very active volunteering at the First Trinitarian Congregational Church. This upcoming fall, he's going to be attending the Hart School of Music, where he'll pursue a degree in music performance. And he wrote a beautiful essay. I want to share just 2 things, sort of paraphrasing, but kind of a quote. One of his earliest musical experiences was at Summer Music Festival, when Mr. Massey had students stand in a circle, listening, tuning, and improvising. And he said, "It was amazing to create music completely from our hearts and not from our heads." He went on to talk about the influence that his father has played in him as a musician. And he spoke about the inspiration and influence his dad played in his development as a musician, and how the student now looks forward to sort of passing that on to other musicians and sharing that as a performer and an educator. I am delighted and honored to present the Malcolm Rowell Scholarship to Andrew Fidler. We're going to end our program with 2 dances. The first is a traditional Morris dance, and just search about it on YouTube and I think you'll be entertained. And then we'll end with a not so traditional dance. So we hope you enjoy. So there are so many people that make these 2 weeks what they are. And what I'd like to do is to help put a name to a face. We have this incredible team of faculty members, of educators. What separates them, I know, from other programs is that they are master performers, and on top of it, they're master educators. We are lucky to have the opportunity to work with them. So what I'm going to ask is, just so you get to know them, I'm going to ask the coaches, as I call your name, come forward in the front, and at the end, we will thank them for all their hard work. On flute, we have Lydia Chang. On clarinet, we have Sue D'Ambroso. On double reeds, as well as our chamber music coordinator, Janet Underhill. Our saxophone coach, as well as our Afrobeat ensemble director, is Eric Lane. Our trumpet coach, our lab jazz ensemble director is Rob Russell. On French horn, as well as our audition prep masterclass director is Megan Riccio. On trombone, Grant Randall. On bass trombone, as well as our audition prep director is Susan Goodwin, sorry about that. On tuba, euphonium, Rob Mortensen. Our Swede percussion coach is Christian Lyman. Our Cree percussion coach is Phil Tremblay. Our Cree assistant percussion coach, everything, is Mackenzie Vaventi. And last but not least is our program director, who without this program, without him, I don't know what we would do. One of the finest people I know, Mr. Ed Sorrentino, and I want to make sure I have everybody. And our jazz ensemble director, who couldn't be here tonight, Jack Martin. Can we please give them a huge round? Again, a special thank you, parents. It means so much that you see the value of music education and you encourage your students, and your children rather, to come here. So thank you. And can we get one more round of applause for all of the students? We hope you enjoy Strange Humors, and thanks for being here.